So hello everyone, in this video we'll be working on the attribute methods we learned in the last video. So let's apply some attributes. Let me just change the heading to DOM attributes. Now if I change something here, let's just add some different things here. I've grabbed this element or this heading. Now I don't have this class, let's say. Now if I see that we have a normal heading and a button. Actually I don't need this button, but you can leave this out. Okay, now you can see we have this h1 element which is having this id. Now let's say if I want to add some title attribute here. You know the title attribute? The title attribute is like this. Let's say hello, I am title. So this activates when I hover over the element. So it gives a message. You can see hello, I am title. This is a kind of attribute which is used in HTML to show some messages on hover. So this I want to add with the help of JavaScript. So how can I do that? It is very easy. I have already grabbed this element, which is this h1, with the help of this get element by id, because I have specified this heading id here. Now I can set the attribute here by using heading dot set attribute. Now set attribute allows us to specify two values. One is the attribute name, the second one is the attribute value. So we want to specify a title attribute, so I'll be using this title, and the second value will be the title that I want to specify. Let's say I want to specify uh, hello from JS. This is the title that I want to specify. So I can easily do that. Now you can see we have this title attribute set by JavaScript and the value as well. Now if I hover, you can see we have this message. Similarly, I can set any kind of attribute here. I can also set attribute for the class as well. So let's say I want to set a class, and the class I want to set is color red, let's say. So that will be set by the JavaScript. You can see we have this red text color because we have set an attribute which is a class attribute, and the value we have specified here with the help of set attribute. Similarly, I can get the information about the already applied attribute. Let's say I have this input type. Let's say I have this. Let's say I have this input type text. Now if I want to check something, let's say I want to check heading dot get attribute, and I want the attribute value of type, let's say, and I want to store it in a variable or a constant type here, and I want to check or console log this value. If I do this, if I see the console now, you can see we have this null, and let me just change something here because I'm using it on a heading, and on heading we don't have any type attribute. Let me just add input here, and I can create one more element called input, and I can do the same thing on this input here. We have this input, and I can use the id input L, that will be good. Now I can use input here. I believe now it will be good. Now you can see we have this text value, and this text value is the type that we have specified. If I change it to password, let's say, so it will give me the password value. Similarly, by this we can toggle as between the text as well, so I can change something called password visibility button. So let's say I have a button called show or toggle password, and I can assign a function here called, let's say, toggle password. So with the help of this small get attribute information, I can change the type here. Let's say I can create this function here with the help of function keyword. Now I can change that to something else. Let's say if I have type equals to text, then I want to change the attribute from let me just specify the type attribute from text to password. Otherwise, I just want to set the attribute to text. So by this, what I'm doing, first I'm checking if the type or the previously set input is text. If it is text, then I'll be showing hiding the password by setting the text to password. And if it is text or the type is something else, so I'll be changing that to text. So this way I can actually toggle between password visibility. Let's say I have this. If I click on this button, I can see password is hidden. If I toggle back, let me just see the inspector now. You can see we have this input type password. If I toggle, it is not changing uh, because okay, it is not setting the attribute actually. That's why maybe there's some logic problem is there. Let me just console log something. Console log the type. So initially the password is visible. If I click on that, it is text, now set to password. If I click on that again, now it is text again, but it is still not visible because it is not directly setting that attribute. First I need to remove the attribute, I think, that then that will work. uh, Here I can change that type. Yeah, so this remove attribute will remove the attribute from the element. I have this. Maybe some logic problem is there. Basically I didn't wanted to show you this information, this kind of approach. I just wanted to tell you that how you can make use of this get attribute in different places. Sometimes we want this kind of approach, like if it is text, then we want to set it to password. Otherwise we just want to set it to text again. So this kind of approach you want to do sometimes. So this way you can do uh, this one. And similarly we have this remove attribute which allows us to remove any attribute. Let's say I want to remove the attribute of title, so I can easily remove that. So I have this title attribute, let's say hi, or let me just add anything here. And if I remove this attribute with this heading dot in the function, let's say here heading dot remove attribute, we have this, and we can easily remove it by specifying the attribute name. So it is title, so it will remove that. So let me just show you. Initially it is there, title. Okay, okay, let me just remove it from here. I can see initially it is there, title high. Now if I toggle it, it will remove that. So this is basically the case. So this is how you can change something, or you can change attribute, you can remove attribute, you can set attributes, or you can get the value of the attributes. So this is it about the attributes. I hope you got something. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next one.